180 is not what I scored because I am shit at darts. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and the championship season is finally over. Sunderland fans, we are fucking celebrating. We do not have to watch this shit for three months. Whew. Wow, what a mad season it's been. Honestly, this league is now just fucking disappointing. I mean, it does if you're a Sunderland fan, but yeah, this season does not disappoint, and it's been a crazy season, both at the top and the bottom of the table. And in the end, we now know, well, 5 of the 6 team changes have been decided. 1 still yet to be decided. Congratulations to both Leicester and Ipswich in getting promotion to the Premier League. Obviously, Leicester, popping a little dip they had in back in the March, early April, they were pretty much they ran away with the league essentially. I mean, they could have finished on so much more points than what they actually got in the end. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, they are far and away the best team in this league, so there's no surprise that all they have gone up as champions. And Ipswich Town, people have been saying it all year, oh yeah, they'll drop off. They haven't. They've not dropped off at all. Had a little blip in January, but during the Premier League, they were in League One 12 months ago. And now they're in the Premier League. It's crazy achievement, so congratulations to them too. And it'll be one of either Leeds, Southampton, West Brom or Norwich who will be joining them in the Premier League. 4 teams who've been in the Premier League fairly recently, so I'm sure the Premier League fans are going to be very excited to see one of those guys back in as well. And then of course at the bottom of the table, Rotherham have been down for weeks. We already know that they've been utterly hideous. I mean, like, they won 5-2 today, but they've been one of the worst teams in Championship history. Huddersfield Town as well, they were in the Lotto playoff final 2 years ago nearly. Last year narrowly survived by the skin of their teeth, and then this year it was just too much for them. They have been relegated. And Birmingham City, the surprise candidate for relegation this year. Obviously we'll talk more about this as we'll go into obviously each team's league position. Started off so brilliantly under John Eustace, but then he controversially got sacked when Rooney came in. He was absolutely pants. And Tony Mowbray, unfortunately, fell ill, so Gary Rowett had the misfortune of having to try and get this team over the line. It's just been too little too late. And Birmingham, they were in the Premier League 13 years ago. 13 years they've been in the Championship. Now they've avoided relegation a couple of times here and there. Also been in the playoff hunt as well. But they will be in League One for the first time in 30 years, which is pretty insane to see. As a Sunderland fan, I wouldn't say I'm happy that Birmingham gone down, but the way some of their fans have been going on Twitter, it's those fans in particular that I don't feel sorry for, So that's that. So now, guys, let's go into my predictions. I didn't do very well with my League One predictions. I'll be honest, this is the first time I'm looking at my Championship prediction. I've not looked at these since the 1st of August, since I made these all those months ago. So obviously, same drill. We're going to go starting off from my predictions. We're going to go for my predictions. Starting off from 24th, working our way up the first. See where I thought each team would finish, how they actually got on, and it just does a very brief overview of their season. So starting off with the bottom 3, the exact same as in League One. I only managed to predict one team to get relegated. That's being Rotherham. We'll get into them in just a little bit. So I had Sheffield Wednesday to finish bottom. They, in the end, obviously survived. In the end, obviously, looking as though this was going to happen for quite a while. Just a dreadful start under Xisco Munoz, just not good enough at all. Then Danny Roll came in and fucking hell, what a job he has done. Like, the fact that Wednesday have even survived after the fucking predicament they were in, honestly, even 15 games into the season, is just unbelievable turnaround from them. I'm so happy for Wednesday. I've got a lot of time and respect for. I'm really happy. Obviously, they had to do it against us today, but I am happy that they have survived. And same with QPR now. I'm pretty sure everyone had this bottom 3 as their bottom 3, but 99% of people had this as the bottom 3. And QPR again, looking as though they were finally going to get relegated. Gareth Ainsworth, just fucking what a joke of a manager. Absolute joke. Absolute fucking clown he is. But yeah, it wasn't going well under him. Then Marty is it Cifuentes or Cifuentes? I don't know how to say his last name. He's come in and fucking QPR being a fucking brilliant team. I mean, to be fair, QPR they've got a decent team. I'm not gonna be wrong, they've got a decent enough team to be at least mid-table, and clearly Ainsworth was just a fucking massive shit show. But again, they survived as well comfortably in the end. So QPR, Sheffield Wednesday, you've proven everybody wrong this season. So fair play to you guys, and hopefully you will be back stronger next year. And finally, as I mentioned before, Rotherham, I had them finish 22nd. They actually finished rock bottom. Yeah, they've been absolutely fucking dreadful all season. They have not. I think they've only. I think they've been in the bottom 3 virtually all season. They've just been absolutely horrendous. Yeah, 27 points. I mean, to be fair, and that's only because I think they've won like the last 2 games or something like that. They've been utterly awful. 24 points adrift in the end, just absolutely fucking abysmal. But I've got no doubt about that they probably will bounce straight back next season, because Steve Evans is going to cause the most disgusting partnership in League One. I do not envy anyone in League One next year, because fucking Jesus Christ, Rotherham are going to be hideous. And to be fair, looking at the current bottom 3, I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 came straight back up, to be brutally honest. I think Rotherham probably will. Birmingham should, realistically, because they'll obviously lose a couple of players, but they've got the financial backing to do well. Huddersfield might be the one where it might not be as clean as it is, but if they do well, then we're going to be there. We're going to watch them lift the League One title next year. Mark my words, if they do end up doing pretty well. So, and also, obviously, speaking of Huddersfield, I actually had them finish 21st, so I wasn't that far out for Huddersfield in the end. I knew they'd be down the bottom before, they might have just enough to actually stay up, but it wasn't the case to be in the end. Yeah, and just they've been pretty dreadful for most of the season as well. They won't really outside the bottom 3 for so long because of like Sheffield Wednesday and QPR doing that badly. But last few weeks they have slipped in, and yeah, they just haven't looked as though they're going to stay up at all. Obviously, start off it's just been Puyo all round for Huddersfield, and although they fucking beat Sunderland twice, yeah, just hasn't really been good enough for Huddersfield, and they will be in League One next year. And then at Cardiff to finish 20th, they actually did very well this year. They actually finished 12th. They shocked everybody. I mean, this hasn't been clean sailing at Cardiff. Obviously, there have been a few issues with the manager. The fans don't really like the manager too much. But to be fair, obviously when we played Cardiff, they haven't exactly been very great. They haven't been very good. So that doesn't really surprise me too much. But yeah, they finished in 12th. Much better compared to what has been the last couple of years. And yeah, it's going to be a big summer for Cardiff, whether they can actually push on and try and get back up towards that top end of the table where they have been for a couple of years now. Well, before last few. They fucking finished top half of minus 17 goal difference. Jesus, that's fucking mental. And then at Plymouth finished 19th, they actually finished 21st, so again, it wasn't too far out of them. To be fair, I thought Plymouth would be much more secure than what they actually have been. I mean, to be fair, they've been fairly comfortable for a good portion of the season, and then, since the new year, they haven't been at the races, but they've done just enough to stay up. But it's going to be a big summer, especially if Morgan Whittaker and co leave as well. Could be it's a big summer for Plymouth to ensure that they are going to be, well, safe again next season, because it looks like they could be in another relegation fight should they not be that great. And then that Preston in 18th actually finished in 10th, so again the team was completely exceeded my expectations. To be fair, it was looking pretty grim for Preston going into this season. I know some of their fans thought they might actually be in the relegation dogfight, but honestly, they've been pretty solid all around. They were even in the playoff conversation up until recently. So yeah, they've actually had a solid year. Obviously, they've dropped off quite a bit towards the end. The fans don't really want Ryan Lowe. I'm sure the fans are sick of Ryan Lowe. I think there's one on the leave. Obviously, there's been a couple of rumours that he's been linked with the Sunderland job lately, which is weird. I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah, those sort of came out of nowhere. But Preston, another mid-table finish for Preston. When are they ever going to sneak in those playoffs? To be fair, the owners have backed Ryan Lowe. They have given them the funds, and it just hasn't really paid off. So maybe they do need a fresh face to really get things in the gear. And then at Bristol City 17th, they finished 11th. So yeah, I don't know why I had Bristol City and Preston so low in the league, considering they are the two mid-table teams in the Championship. Yeah, I don't know why I had them so low. Again, another solid year from Bristol City. Obviously, Liam Manning came in after a little bit, and he's steadied the ship. They've been pretty solid for a while. Obviously they lost today against Stoke. I think they lost by 4-0 to Stoke today. But before that, they were like unbeaten at 7. They were pretty solid as well, overall team. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, Bristol City, I think they could be a dark horse next season. Bristol City, I've got a slight feeling they could be up in the playoff competition next year. But obviously, again, they've got a big summer ahead of themselves now as well. Exciting times over in the west of the country. And then the Blackburn 16th, they finished 19th. So again, not massively far. I mean, in the end, it was only a 3-point gap between Blackburn 19th and Sunderland, who finished 16th. So they wasn't too far out. Again, it hasn't exactly been great for Blackburn. Obviously, again, they were in the playoff competition last year. Completely fell off this year. It just wasn't a good start to the season at all. John Eustace came in. He hasn't exactly set the world alight, but again, like with Plymouth, he's just done enough to ensure that they are safe. It looked like was 1 point. They actually might end up getting relegated today due to everybody winning, and at the time they were only drawing at Leicester. But no, in the end, they have survived. But yeah, it's gonna be again. I'm gonna end up saying for quite a few clubs. It's gonna be a pretty big something for Blackburn to ensure that they will not back down here again next season, and we'll make sure that they are going to be fair up the table. Now then, I think that this is my worst prediction of the list so far. I think it's joint with Preston. I had Hull in 15th and finished 7th. They actually almost made playoffs. So yeah, I don't really know what my thinking was with this one, because Hull have been pretty solid all season. They haven't really been outside of the top half. I'm pretty sure they've been up in the top half pretty much all season, and especially lately they've obviously taken the playoff race the final day, where they obviously in the end they lost to Plymouth. But yeah, Hull in 15th. Well, that's a wild shout from me there. A wild shout. Yeah. Then I have Watford to finish 14th, to finish 15th. Wasn't too, only one place out there. I'm pretty happy with that prediction. Same with Swansea, then finished 30th. They finished 14th. Obviously Swansea were looking over their shoulders a little bit earlier on, but they've been safe for weeks now. And yeah, in the end finished 14th, so not a bad return for them at all. Swansea and Watford, I mean, two teams who I don't think we really expect much going into this season. Watford again. To be fair, what's his fucking name, man? Who's the Watford manager before bloody Cleverley? Ishmael, that's what it was. Ishmael. Yeah, he actually lasted the job a lot longer than everyone thought he would do. So fair enough. But yeah, Watford again, a season which has ended pretty much how they expected it to be this year. This hasn't gone to plan, but I said is that they have looked much better under Cleverley. The loss against Borough today, but yeah, they did look have been looking a bit better against under Cleverley. So it'll be intriguing to see whether or not he gets backed in something, whether or not Watford can actually have some momentum, because since the relegation two years ago, they haven't even been in the conversation for playoffs. They've been mid-table finishes for both of them now. So yeah, not great there for Watford. For Swansea as well, so he brought in Michael Duff to start the year. He wasn't good enough. Brought in Luke Edwards from Notts County. He had a little bit of a slow start, but in the end they've been pretty comfortable. 7 points clear of the job in the end, and he's done enough there. And again, I keep saying this, but Swansea, big summer coming for them. Obviously, Luke Edwards, he's obviously from Notts County. He's kept them up in the end pretty comfortably. So yeah, big summer to prove that he can take Swansea up that next step up and towards the playoffs. Then next I had Birmingham to finish 12th, and they finished 22nd. They got relegated. I'm not going to be the only one who's been caught out with this Birmingham prediction. I actually thought I was playing it safe by having Birmingham 12th, because obviously people backing them to finish in the playoffs. Some thought they might even be pushing for promotion, and people like Birmingham, they were all over the place in people's predictions back at the start of the year. But no one thought they would get relegated. No one, and to be fair, they really shouldn't have done, because they had a brilliant start under John Eustace. He then got the new owners came in. He then got sacked for fucking no reason. Brought in Wayne Rooney. I'm guessing the owners at the time wanted like a big name. Brought in Wayne Rooney, and yeah, obviously, I think a big part of Rooney's success at Derby was with Lee Mattini as assistant manager. Obviously, Mattini is now doing his own thing at Hull. So yeah, Birmingham are going to be playing League One next season, which is going to be interesting. And obviously, I already mentioned Birmingham at the start of the video. I'm not going to go on too much of it again, but yeah, I think looking at my league table, that's going to be my second biggest gap, because there is one team who been in my workstation. But yeah, Birmingham finished 12th. They got relegated. I've got no doubt they should get promoted straight back in the Championship next season. If they don't, going to be some issues there, I think. And then Stoke in 11th, they finished 17th. Just to be fair, right, with Stoke, Alex Neil in the summer was backed. That team that he fucking put together in the summer should have at least finished mid-table. He clearly, as much as he probably won't, he'll never fucking admit it again, he just didn't do very well with that team. He then got sacked. Steven Schumacher came in. He had a very, very slow start, looking as though he wouldn't even keep Stoke up, but had a good run put together towards the end of the season. They end up sitting up in the end, but yeah, Stoke, it's just another pretty dismal season for them. Should have done much better than what they actually did. But again, I think they'll just be happy that they've managed to stay up. I mean, again, Stoke relegated 6 years ago now from the Premier League. Haven't even been in the playoff competition once. Since then, they've almost been relegated fucking 3 times since they've gone down. So yeah, is it going to go right at Stoke? That's the thing. Are they ever going to make that next step up and actually push for top 6? Who knows? So then I had West Brom in 10th. They finished 5th. To be fair, West Brom, they've been solid all season. Obviously, they had a little bit of a blip as of late, but they got over the line and then they finished 5th. They will be in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, up before that blip, they've been literally in 5th all season long. They've been fairly comfortable. But again, they've dipped in form at the wrong time. Obviously, everyone knows you need good form heading into the playoffs. West Brom haven't really got that, but again, they aren't the only ones in the playoffs with that as well. Obviously, their own opponents in the playoffs Southampton have been in just as bad as form as them, so that game could be an interesting one there. But yeah, solid year over West Brom. Could be back in the Premier League next season. Who knows? Then next I had Ipswich in 9th. They finished 2nd. They got promoted. Now everyone knew Ipswich were going to do relatively well this season. Not many thought they would go back up again. Now the second tier pod on Twitter, who everyone fucking hates these two lads, right? Like they've been saying since day one that Ipswich are going to get promoted, and they're fucking fair play to them for getting that prediction right. I mean, the fucking rest of their predictions were absolutely fucking nowhere near. But yeah, for fucking fair play to them, because Ipswich have been unbelievable all season long. The job Kieran McKenna has done at Ipswich since it came over has been absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, another team promoted to the Premier League without parachute payments. So yeah, Ipswich Town, they're going to be their future's going to be all right. Even to go straight back down next season, they'll be all right, I think. But yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, from Ipswich and Nathan Broadhead, the fucking boy, he's going to be playing Premier League football next season. I hope we get the opportunity, but again, I wouldn't actually say no if he was getting loaned back out to a Championship team. And then had Norwich in 8th, they finished 6th, so again, wasn't too far out of this one, only 2 places out. Wow, Norwich, what a dreadful start to the season. The fans were calling for Wagner to go for ages. But around Christmas time, New Year, they just turned it on. And they've been utterly brilliant the second half of the season. They now go over the line, they're going to be in the playoffs. And obviously, they lost to Birmingham, but due to the whole losing, they are obviously in the playoffs now. Yeah, fair play to Wagner, he's turned it around, particularly obviously Danny Bart as well, hasn't played much for Norwich this season. He could be in the Premier League next season, some fucking boy he is. And then I have Millwall to finish 7th, they finished 13th. To be fair, this prediction doesn't look as bad now as what it could have been, because in Millwall, they've been down there pretty much all season. It's been a pretty disappointing one for them. Obviously, Neil Harris came in at the end, he's managed to keep them up. But yeah, it just hasn't been a great year for Millwall whatsoever. Especially, obviously they almost made playoff last year. Nowhere near the season, but they finished 13th in the end, which is kind of mad because they've been in the relegation battle pretty much all year. But they've won, I think they've won like 5 in a row now, which is why they are where they are. So yeah, fair play to Millwall. They've done alright in the end, but overall it's been a relatively disappointing season for them. So now going into my top 6, and I managed to get 3 out of the 6 correct. Well, not in the right positions, but I managed to back 3 out of the 6. So I had Leeds finish 6th, they finished 3rd. Are Leeds falling apart? I'm not going to start singing the song, but they could be. Worst possible time to lose form. They had top 2 in their hands, but they dropped off. I think only 1 win in the last 6. Completely dropped off, and yeah, they have settled the playoffs against the informed Norwich. And like I said, I will not be surprised if Norwich beat Leeds as well. That's what I'm going to say. So, Yeah, Leeds, I mean, should have finished top 2. The fans are sick of fuck. I think if Leeds don't go up, he's going to end up getting sacked. So, yeah. Just waiting for Leeds, but, not over just yet. They can regroup and maybe try and do something in the playoffs. And then in 5th place, I had Sunderland. Was it being nice? I think people will probably say I was being biased, which it's fair enough if you do think that. But I think this is more me being more naive than anything. I think I'm looking. It was a preseason. I think more of the lines of we've kept. Obviously, this prediction was made before Ross Stewart left. But I think I made this prediction in mind with him going. I think I had him in mind leaving as well. But I had in my head that, okay, we've kept a hold of pretty much our main players, apart from Ross Stewart. Obviously, again, this is before Danny Bart left as well. Before Alex Pritchard went as well. So, a few key players went in the end. But that, again, that's not really an excuse because we've been utterly hideous for large parts of the season. Obviously, slow start, a little bit of a slow start. Only I think the one win our first 4, but that run in September was fucking so good, so good. And then we lost 4-0 against Borough, and then from that point it just hasn't. The season just hasn't recovered. But again, we must be fucking thankful that one, we picked up enough points early on in the season to actually not be in any danger of being dragged in the relegation battle, and 2 for the teams at the bottom to be as poor as they have been. I mean, in the end, we've only finished 6 points above the relegation zone, due to the fact that we've just haven't been good enough whatsoever, especially since the turn of the year. This has not been a great year to be a Sunderland fan. The fact that it has finished in the top 6 as well, what the fuck was I thinking? I mean, it's easy to look back now and say, what was I thinking? But yeah, our signings just weren't good enough at all. It's gonna be a massive rebuild needed, I think, in the summer, just to, well, just make sure that we are in the playoff competition again next year. Because so far, the signings we've brought in this year, most of them have been utterly dreadful. I mean, the only ones I can think of who maybe, like, actually, yeah, they've been alright. Job. I'll talk more about this in my season review or something. But for me, Job, probably been the only one. The only signing we've made this season who actually hasn't been completely bad, because the rest of them have been utterly fucking hideous, or just haven't played enough. So yeah, not great from us there. And I currently finished 4th. They finished 9th. Yeah, Coventry obviously lost him. Lost Gyökeres in the summer. They had a pretty not great start of the season. They were down there, but then they picked themselves up, and in the end finished 9th. They weren't in the playoff conversation until recently, but just didn't quite make it. And yeah, despite the fact that they lost their key players, they've so far managed to do alright in the end. So fair play to Coventry. Obviously, and also made it to an FA Cup semi-final as well. So overall, not a bad season from Coventry. Not bad at all. I then had Southampton third. They finished 4th. I wasn't too far on that one. I did get. I had them finish top 6.5, so I'm not too upset about that one. Yeah, it's been a weird season for Southampton because they've had a pretty slow start. Then I think they went on like 21. It was like 21 game unbeaten streak, or something like that. And then since then they haven't really had some consistent form. And then you finished 4th in the end. So yeah, hasn't been great in the season for Southampton, but again they're in a pretty good spot in the playoffs against West Brom, so could be an interesting one there. Then my top 2, I had Middlesbrough to finish 2nd. They finished 8th. Why the fuck did I have Borough in 2nd? So many predictions. I've been thinking, what was I thinking? Like the whole finishing 15th, obviously Sunderland finishing 5th. Why did I have Borough 2nd? I don't know. I mean, the signings that they made looked alright. I mean, obviously they lost Akpom. Actually, Akpom might have still been at Borough when I made that prediction. Actually, that might have been why. Unless we're going, I don't know. But yeah, Borough 2nd place. I had them down. They finished 8th. I think it was pretty similar to Coventry. I had a pretty slow start, but finished 8th in the end. It was alright recovery, but Michael Carrick, he's next year you think that's covered the year with Borough. Again, take it up to the next level, get back in the playoffs. So yeah, just one there. And then finally, probably the easiest prediction that everyone's ever made in their lives. Leicester City had them to finish 1st, and they did finish 1st. My only absolutely spot on prediction. Now, I had a couple of 1s and 2s here and there, but overall, I'd let it win the league, and they did win the league. Again, I've already mentioned before, the team is way too good for the championship. You know, they've got players, you know, like obviously Vardy, Winks, Cody, people like that who fucking FaZe and Ndidi. They've got players who could easily all be playing in the Premier League. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, they won the league. A little bit of a dip, but they got there in the end, so that's all that will matter. Could be an interesting year. Obviously, there is apparently a points reduction in the making for Leicester. Maresca. It could be a case of that Leicester going straight back down next year. Obviously, have to wait and see. But yeah, but for right now they can enjoy that promotion feeling, and that's it for this video. I've been talking for nearly half an hour. God. So yeah, those are my predictions. Looking back, not completely terrible. I mean, obviously there were a couple where I was quite a way away. Obviously Sunderland won, the Hull won. Who else? Millwall was quite a way. Stoke, Birmingham. There were a couple, but for the most part, I had teams in and around the area where they end up finishing. So I'm not too disheartened. I think I probably have done better in my league. I mean, in these ones I've done my league one, so that's what I was concerned about. My Sunderland season review will probably be out either tomorrow or Monday. Depending on when that can be awesome, because I've got a dart video which I need to get edited and uploaded. It's probably already out before this one. So yeah. Hey guys, season is over. Playoffs is on the way. Or will be next weekend. Who do I think will win the playoffs? Norwich. Norwich for me are going to win the playoffs. Obviously, they lost today, but yeah, they by far and away in the best form out of the 4 teams. Leeds have been looking fucking hopeless. West Brom and Southampton, they both won today, but they've never really been that great. I think Norwich will do it. I think it will be a Norwich Southampton final, and Norwich will get promoted back to the Premier League. So guys, that's finally it for me. It's been a long video. I wasn't expecting it to be this long at all, but then that is it for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Season is over. Obviously, I'm doing my usual, like, I've also got my Premier League predictions to react to. Cause I actually did make a video for my league predictions in the Premier League. I don't know why, but I have got some predictions made. I didn't actually do a video, but I have got a league table ready to go, so we'll be looking at that. But yeah, that's it for the season. Hope you guys have enjoyed. So, again, sorry I've been pretty much dead for the last fucking 3 months, but you know, life of a Sunderland fan right now. So, yep, that's been it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.